Dude, it's not funny.
Screens down.
Put the screens down.
Is that you?
Screens down.
Is that you?
I want that. What do you?
You
You
straight.
need to have it on
You
hand.
straight.
Just go.
What's
Go!
Go ahead.
Could you imagine finishing an entire triathlon and how exhausted you'd feel after this race? Well, imagine having it with no legs. How hard would it be able to complete? Everyone, no matter what, is capable of doing a triathlon if they put their mind to it. I have done 22 triathlons since I was 9. It wasn't easy at first, but I was able to complete the whole race. But it was a little bit difficult at first. In my 4th race that I did, there was a girl that had a disability and she wasn't able to do it by herself. So she did with her mom, and so like this is the girl. And for like the swim, her mom put her in this like big tube, and like for the first race they had to swim 8 laps. So the mom, every single time she got to the end of the wall, she had to turn the raft around, swim. So it took a long time, and then afterwards, my triathlon group was able to bring her out and go on the bike with her. So she finished, her mom and her finished the race together. And after that, I realized that, you know, no matter if you have a disability or not, you're capable of doing anything that you put your mind to. There are many people who do triathlons that have issues with their limbs or they may have disabilities. And if you just train, you're good. So there's a guy named Scott McNeese, and he has a bilateral leg amputee above his knee, so he doesn't have full legs. So it is a little bit different for him to race than someone that has both full legs. He has been doing triathlons for a long time. Even though he doesn't have full limbs, he is still brave to go up against someone that does. Also, there's a guy named David Bailey, and he has a T4 quadrigetic, and he's been doing triathlons for 17 years. He doesn't let the fact that he's disabled get in the way of racing. Someone like David, training consists of swimming 3 times a week, biking 2 times a week, and then on this like special bike, because obviously they can't use their legs, so they have to use their arms for it, and then running 2 times a week on training. And there's a special like runner thing that you can do. He has placed in many of his races. He is actually, my dad was in a race with him, actually an Ironman, and he came in 2nd place overall for his age group. So, Tri-Sports hosted a race for people with amputees, and they looked for people who were willing to volunteer to help the kids like race. So they like would pull the kids out of the pool, you know, help them put their legs on, and then go on a bike with them and run beside them. And it was a very good outcome, and a lot of people came to cheer on people that didn't have like legs. Some of you may not know, a triathlon consists of swimming. Some of you may know that a triathlon consists of 3 sports: swimming, biking, and running. There's many different types of triathlons. A kid's triathlon, which is the smallest triathlon, is usually between 25 and a 200-meter swim, 1/4 of mile to 3-mile bike, and 100 feet for like the really little kids, and a 2-mile run for the oldest age group. There are sprint triathlons, which are like 250 meters swim to a 500-meter swim, a 9-mile bike to a 14-mile bike, and a 2 to approximately 5-mile run. There's also Olympic and a half Ironman, which is a 1.2-mile swim, a 56-mile bike, and a 13.1-mile run. The biggest of the triathlons is an Ironman. An Ironman is 2.4 mile swim, 112-mile bike, and a 26.2 mile. Doing a full Ironman would take a lot of training, but I have seen a person do it with no legs, and they finished. There are many people who have disabilities, and there are many people that have disabilities, and they go out to do these races, even though they're not perfectly normal or they don't have legs. We still need to welcome them to do what they think they put their mind to and think they can achieve. And it's hard for them to complete it, and they're gonna have to do a lot of training, especially if you don't have legs. But if you ever see somebody that wants to do something, you should let them or help them to try to achieve